Hanging out at a dive bar on Christmas Eve with a bunch of locals, telling scary Christmas stories. Yep, I'm in. Slays Til X-Mas is a 2020 horror anthology with 13 short stories and a wraparound story. The wraparound story is about 5 barflies that are hanging out in their local dive bar on Christmas Eve and decide to kill time by telling scary Christmas stories. All of them, including the bartender, tell 2 stories. Then a stranger walks in and tells the final story. The stories are about 5 to 7 minutes each, so they move along fairly quickly. Having 13 stories by 13 different writers and directors, you get a wide variety of good and bad stories. All of them are low-budget films, but they can still be entertaining. It's funny that some of them barely have anything to do with Christmas, other than a string of Christmas lights hanging on the wall. There's definitely some gore and some fairly good action. Unfortunately, some of the stories have some pretty poor ADR where the voices don't match the actor's mouth, and the editing could have been better. There's some pretty poor story transitions where one story ends, and it just goes right into the next story. You have no idea it's switching to a new story. A simple transition with a title screen would have helped. There are quite a few bonus features because they have a making of featurette for every story. But quite frankly, there's really nothing that intriguing here. I'll give this movie a 2.5 out of 5. It was a bit of a struggle with a few good stories and moments, but in the end, it just wasn't for me. I'm just not a fan of low-budget horror. But if you like low-budget horror, I would definitely recommend it to you.